Good morning. Today is day 62 of moving mountains beneath my feet. We're 81 days on our journey around the sun. There's 284 days left in the year. And this is episode 41 or 42, I can't remember. So a bit agitated this morning, and I was considering not even doing this, but I'll do it anyway. Just woke up with just racing thoughts and things going on in my head, and I remembered, I was journaling this morning. I had to just journal all this shit that was going on in my head, trying to get it out of my head, and I came up with something that's been a theme that I've been talking about, and it's been a theme of my life. But I thought about, you have to allow these shadow, dark parts of you to exist, right? It's like, without darkness, what would light illuminate? Right? Without the dark, what would the light be used for? What's the purpose of light without its corresponding opposite? And we have to allow these parts of us, the parts that get agitated, the parts that get annoyed, the parts that get frustrated, the parts that get overwhelmed, the parts that get scared, parts that feel insecure, the parts that feel vulnerable or worried about things, anxious, whatever it is. I do have this retreat coming up tomorrow. Starts. Service may be kind of spotty, but I'm going to still try to record messages and get them out. That's probably why I'm feeling so agitated, because some of this stuff has to come up before this retreat. I have a lot to do today. I started thinking about all the things I had to do, started thinking about just emotional things that I got going on. Obviously telling stories about things that don't exist, right? I heard something else today or yesterday. It was like, when you're feeling really anxious, what do you do to come back? It's like, you call yourself back. It's like, come back here. It's like, because that anxiousness, that anxiety is because you're off somewhere else into the future, some event that didn't happen, or you're way back in the past, ruminating about something that already passed, right? Can you come back to this present moment? And so I wanted to try that. So I'm trying to do that right now. Feeling the mountains moving beneath my feet, talking, feeling the wind, being here and present to try to get over some of this agitation that I felt this morning. And I think it's going to work, right? Another thing I heard that was really interesting today was, it was kind of blew my mind about muscles, right? How your muscles contracting secrete a natural antidepressant into your brain, right? It releases these proteins that then, once they reach your brain, act as a natural antidepressant. And so I could probably, not a scientist, but I can attest to, moving my body has really helped to kick the depression and the anxiety out of my body. Especially when I don't work out, I definitely feel a difference. And I think that might have been, part of what's contributing to this. Is yesterday I did much less working out because I was doing a favor for a friend, and I didn't get my full workout in, didn't get my full routine in, and so that might be contributing to this as well. But yeah, the whole thing about moving your body and contracting muscles and it acting as a natural antidepressant, that's really powerful. Like, we kind of try to think our way out of situations and try to talk our way out of things, when in reality, probably the first thing we should try is to move your body. Move it in a way that makes you sweat, or go walk, or go hike, or swim, or something, right? To try to get these emotions moving in the body. Emotion, right? I hear the word motion in there. It's like, if you have emotions that are stuck and there's no motion in you, and it just kind of sits there, intuitively I just kind of think about it like that. But it's been a long time in my life where I've avoided, go through stints of avoiding moving my body, right? And so now that I've been doing this for 62 days, it's a habit, and it's something that I'm not going to easily give up again, because of the changes in myself and everything, and how I feel. And so back to what I was trying to say before. It seems like, actually it's funny, when I have something to say, the time flies, and when I'm kind of don't have anything to say. It seems like the time's going slower right now. But I'm going to move back to this darkness, the dark, shadowy parts of you that we want to kick out and want to push away and want to reject. You know, you might be dealing with something and you might feel really fucking petty about something that you feel is like, oh, I shouldn't feel this way. I shouldn't think this way. I shouldn't be thinking about this like that. I should be a bigger person. I should be a better person. Like on my way in, I'm not going to lie, I cursed someone out who was driving. They pissed me off and I was already in an agitated state. And it's like, I had the thought as like, you know, you shouldn't be doing that. And then immediately after I was like, no, fuck that guy. Because he was like basically stopped on the road just being annoying on a hump, you know, like one of those giant speed bumps, and he just like basically stopped to go over it. And anyway, I'm not going to excuse myself for my behavior, but I felt what I felt. It is what it is, and I have to allow myself to feel those things, let them pass through my body. It's not like I actually feel ill will towards the person. I don't even know the person, but in that moment I did not feel good about that person. But allowing yourself to feel these dark parts of yourself, and maybe you can't do it in the moment, but maybe you start to train the awareness of asking yourself, what is this thing saying to me? What is this feeling or this emotion calling and asking of me to reveal or to deal with or to support or to heal? Or, you know, why is this coming up? What is the underlying root cause? Like, you might be upset about this thing, but what's it really about, right? What's this really about? And when you get curious, I was trying to get curious in my journal today. Really, it was like writing out just, you know, so many things going on in my head at once. It was overwhelming. And I'll probably be able to go back in my journal later on today and look and see and ask those questions. Maybe I'm not able to do it in the moment, but that's why journaling is really so powerful, because you can always go back and re-examine what you were thinking in that moment, how you're feeling, how it makes you feel later, how the rest of your day shaped up, things like that. And being able to go back through 82 days or 81 days around the sun. I haven't missed a single day of journaling. So I have documented every single day since this year started. And this will be really valuable to me in the future. So I recommend, encourage, nudge you to, when you have days where you just feel off or feel agitated or annoyed or overwhelmed, to allow it, right? There's one other thing that I shared a video with my person, and it was deep because it was something that has often come up for me is meditation. I have had a weird relationship with meditation. I really used to do a lot of meditation, and now it's almost like I avoid it. The type of meditation that I avoid is like sitting there and trying to quiet my mind, or listening to some meditation music, closing my eyes, cross-legged, and sitting there for like 30 minutes. Like, I don't do that anymore. I'll sit on the top of this mountain and listen to the wind and just listen and be present. For me, that's meditation. But this idea that we have to be quiet, this idea that we have to sit there and control our thoughts, it's like we're told, oh, meditate to calm your mind. And there's a guy who was talking about how instead of meditating to calm your mind, how about you meditate to feel? How about you just sit there and allow your thoughts to come up, your feelings to bubble up, to whatever your crazy monkey mind wants to say, to allow it, to feel what you feel and let that come up. And as those things come up, you can start to process some of those emotions. And as a byproduct, you will feel more calm. But the goal is not to control the monkey mind and put a leash on it and beat yourself up and be like, calm down, quiet, you know, that doesn't work. And I think that's part of what my main issue has been lately is like, I've had too many things going on and so much emotional things coming up that when I quiet down like that, I end up battling myself. And now I'm going to try to just allow myself to feel whatever it is I feel without judging myself, without trying to change it. Just let myself feel it, let it pass, let it come up, be aware of it. There's nothing I need to change. But I do believe this is going to work, because I think in my past I have done this before, and I just need to get back to that. And so anyway, that's what I have for today. I hope you have a beautiful, magnificent day today. Blessings.